Raft is an early access horror game that was developed by Raft Interactive and published by Axolotl Games on May 23, 2018. The game can be played as a single player or co-op, and you can buy it for $20 on Steam. This is the Only Blue review channel, dedicated to provide you with the best honest reviews and first impressions. Raft throws you and your friends into an epic oceanic adventure. Alone or together, players battle to survive a perilous voyage across a vast sea, gather debris, scavenge reefs, and build your own floating home. But be wary of the man-eating sharks. This review will be separated into different sections, and you can see all the timers down below in the description. I will much appreciate it if you subscribe to all of my YouTube channels and follow my Twitch where I do my playthroughs. With no more delays, let's begin with the menu settings. You can create your own world and set it to one of the 5 difficulties. The server hosting is local and there is no player limit. As long as your machine can handle it, you can allow as many players as you wish. You have the ability to create as many worlds as you wish, and you have the option to select which one you want to load. Multiplayer works only via Steam Friends, and character creation is a selection between a male and a female pre-made characters. Since the game is loaded into your machine, you can enable 10 minutes autosave, and for anyone with motion sickness can enjoy a smooth gameplay. I was able to change my keybinds to my preferences with no issues, and the graphics tab had more options than I was expecting. Exclusive mode, support for 240Hz monitors, and many more. I was even more surprised looking at the sound tab, where you had access to all of the needed sliders, including an option for non-stop music for full immersion and enjoyment. Overall, a 10 out of 10 settings. A main story was introduced to Raft on December 3, 2019, when the first chapter was added to the game. The story begins with the installation of a receiver and 3 antennas on the raft. Your journal provides you the first 4 digits you need to set sail to your first destination, where the storyline unfolds. The story felt boring, confusing, and uninteresting. I was reading through the lines and I was really trying to immerse myself into it, but I just couldn't. The story is told through series of notes found while exploring, written by previous survivors. To be fair, a lot of players found the story really good, but personally, if I play a game that is trying to tell me a story, a simple voiced over recording is a minimum must. Overall, a 4 out of 10. Although the story is not as good as I hoped, the gameplay justifies your purchase. The game begins on a 2x2 raft with a hook in your hand. Gathering resources will allow you to expand your raft and the research table to unlock your recipes and advance your crafting. While sailing to a random destination, you will find different types of islands that will give you more resources. All of the islands are pre-made by the developers, and your raft will not go to the next zone before progressing your storyline. If someone decides to ignore the quest line and just venture to the unknown, then you will just go in circles. The starting islands gives you access to basic resources, and the endgame islands makes the early grind easier and gives you access to more advanced resources. These are all of your craftables, including Season 2. In order to demonstrate them properly, we have to get a base tour. We begin with a straight line of 48 nets, capturing all incoming resources. 6 smelters for the ultimate smelting speed. They convert ores into ingots, with some exceptions. A single bed for a single man that allows you to skip the night at the cost of your hunger and thirst. A research table that unlocks all of your recipes, few found and crafted decorations, a storage area, my first cooking board with all of the available recipes, a tier 2 meat grill, a tier 2 water purifier, a food storage because there is no fridge, and a shark face with 2 paintings that I found randomly. On the back you can find 3 nets for the annoying birds that will be attacking you non-stop, a metal cover that fortifies your raft and prevents the sharks from attacking you constantly, a paint mill that converts flowers into paint, a paintbrush that allows you to paint using a full RGB range, an anchor for stopping your raft, biofuel tanks for storing biofuel, a biofuel refiner for converting honey and food into biofuel, and battery recharger because everything is running using batteries, engines that can be fueled with wood or biofuel using pipes, a tier 3 water purifier that is fully automated and connected to a water tank using a battery and pipes, stairs that leads you to the second floor, a steering wheel, flag that shows you the direction of the wind, a forever alone chair with the best view, my personal space, and beehive that provides you with honey if a flower is close, an automated greenhouse with a sprinkler watering my potato production, a cooking station with 3 cooking pots for the ultimate cooking speed, a farming area with brandy and a bird that poops eggs, connected to an automated sprinkler for watering the grass, a sail that I had since the beginning, and finally a receiver with 3 antennas that will guide you to your storyline. By pressing T, you can see all of your storyline items and notes, and tap for the smaller backpack that can be expanded later on. Your daily activities consist of constantly cooking, purifying water, rebuilding broken parts of your raft because of the shark, and chasing pigeons. For the construction and fortification of your base, you don't really have much of options. You can build some basic foundations, ceilings and stairs, but that's pretty much it. It is a little bit ironic that the game is called Raft, and to build your own raft you have so little options. Playing Raft feels like a chore, where you constantly need to maintain yourself alive while protecting and advancing in a very fast pace. I wouldn't describe it as a chill and relaxing game, but rather annoying and tedious. Every 10 minutes the shark will attack your raft and take a piece out of it. 2 pigeons will always attack your crops, and the insane consumption rate of your food and water makes it very unbalanced and annoying. This is not a game to play solo. Dying will wipe your inventory and will set you further back once again. Playing online, you have the option to save your friends, which makes it very convenient. I played the game for 100 hours so far, and I fully completed the game. Something that I would really love to see in the Season 3 is the introduction to automizations at early stages of the game. I really enjoyed the pipe system, and it gave me a sense of release when I offloaded some of the work from me to a fully automated system. The biofuel refiner didn't have any inputs and outputs. Same with the smelter, cooking pots, and others. I would really love to see everything being automated in the future. Exploring the different islands was pretty cool. Sadly, you don't get to see many variations, but the ones that they are related to the story are really cool. You will need to solve interesting puzzles and swim in a rather simple but beautiful ocean. If you dive underwater in any of the islands, that means you've seen it all. Every island felt like a copy-paste. Boring, simple, with minimal resources and a shark that keeps chasing you. It surprises me that not many people talked about the audio. Horrible. If you didn't enable the motion sickness, then you probably realized that the wave sound goes to 100 real quick. At times, a weird water sound destroyed my ears, and the option for non-stop music worked only the first day. Since then, it never worked again. When everything is working properly, the ambient sound was too quiet, even at 100%. It felt like a 20-second sound effect on repeat. Overall, great first impression, but horrible ending. We briefly talked about the issues, but let's dive a little deeper. Day and night cycle is too short, food and water consumption is too fast, cooking recipes are too grinding for what you get out of it, cooking is too slow, butter is running out too fast, biofuel consumption is too fast, biofuel creation is too slow, smelting is too slow, smelting and cooking needs too many planks, sound is problematic, storyline nodes make no sense, receiver doesn't give you much of information, all of the islands look the same, single player feels impossible, and many more. Definitely they could have done a better job, but that's what you get out of a $20 game. I remember when I first played the game, it was multiplayer with one of my mods. The experience that I had versus playing single player was way different. Honestly, I should have played the game multiplayer, because that's how the game it should be played. They need to find a way to balance the solo experience, because people are really having a bad time with the game. Season 2 brought a lot of craftables, and some of them I really enjoyed. I was expecting more buildings and decorations, but something is better than nothing. This is probably one of the few games that I genuinely had a good time, even if the game annoyed me that much. I give the game and exploration a 6 out of 10, with the expectation to see more interesting islands and enemies in the future. The shark is really annoying, by the way, and the birds will fly through the walls and destroy your crops. You cannot do anything about it. It's really annoying. As for the replayability, once you finish the Season 2 content, you will be roaming in circles. If you want to expand your raft, by all means go for it, but that's where the game stops. You can restart your world and try new designs for your raft, but the content will all be the same. Same locations, same islands, same playthrough. That concludes my review for Raft, an interesting but yet very annoying early access survivor game. Season 3 will most likely take at least a year, and we will be visiting the game again to see if the developers fixed and improved their game. But as for now, the game is in a very early stage and definitely worth the asking price. You can finish the game within 2 to 3 days, so more content needs to be added. If you are a solo player, I will avoid buying the game. But if you have a friend to play with, I would really consider buying it. Overall, it's a solid 7 out of 10 game for what it's worth. Agree or disagree? Let me know down below. Thank you very much for watching, I appreciate that, and if you want to see the playthroughs live, make sure to follow my Twitch channel. Other than that, I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye.